It's Tuesday, the 23rd of March, and welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony, and thanks for joining us. We will take a closer look at those news headlines in just a second, but first, I have no idea why, but all our celebrity birthdays today hail from Scotland. So it's happy birthday to Wet 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 singer Marty Pellow, to cyclist Sir Chris Hoy, and former model, TV presenter, and Lads Mag staple Gail Porter. Some of you of a certain age might recall that Gail Porter once had her semi-naked image projected onto the side of the Houses of Parliament. That was surely the last time that the biggest arse was on the outside of the House of Commons. We'll be right back after this.
If you enjoyed this show, please consider supporting us. Go to buymeacoffee.com/demolition news.
Now, you might recall that Chancellor Rishi Sunak in his budget speech announced that planned development of a number of free ports across the UK in the hope that this might stimulate local construction demand, workload and employment. Now, the head of a regional construction alliance is calling for regional companies to seize the opportunity to benefit from this potential windfall. Construction Alliance Northwest Chair Ken Parkin has urged regional SMEs to grab their share of the investment pie in Tees Valley, following the region's Freeport status announcement. Teesside is set to have the UK's largest industrial zone with Freeport status, enabling it to have simpler planning, cheaper customs with favourable tariffs, VAT or duties, and lower taxes with tax breaks to encourage construction, private investment and job creation as well. Ken Parkin says it's great to see the area make more of its geographical position and for Teesside to be awarded Freeport status. The rivers and ports of the region are fantastic assets which have been sadly neglected over a number of years. And when these are combined with Europe-facing position of the Northeast and its relative proximity to the UK's main market, they put the region in a unique position. That's obviously been echoed as well. General Electric has already announced plans for an offshore wind turbine blade manufacturing plant in Teesside, which would create 750 jobs. And BP has announced plans to create the UK's largest blue hydrogen plant in the area, supporting thousands of jobs. While the Teesside Freeport itself is expected to generate as many as 18,000 skilled jobs worth £3.4 billion to the local economy. Ken Parkin does counsel caution, however, and says that it's important for local companies to benefit from these proposals. Only this week, he says, we've seen regional contractors sidelined on a major northeast infrastructure project, and we are keen to help prevent this happening again with major investment the Freeport is forecast to generate. Moving on, and this one's an interesting one because it depends rather how you read it. The Construction Industry Training Board, or the CITB as it's affectionately known, is to retain the national construction colleges at Bircham Newton and in Glasgow, while sale discussions with the training provider are continuing for its facility in Erith. It's to retain those colleges or it's failed to sell them. Take your pick. It could be either of those. The decision comes after 3 years of Vision 2020 reforms of CITB to better meet industry standards. According to the body itself, although some might argue, these reforms have been successful in achieving the CITB's objective of focusing on industry's core priorities, becoming a simpler and more modern organisation, and investing the industry levy in the most effective way to get the best skill outcomes. The programme of change has seen CITB modernise and give stronger role for employers in its governance. It also saw the introduction of new employer funds and automated grant services and the sale of NCC Midlands training facility to Walsall College. CITB's administrative functions were outsourced, various card schemes were transferred to new owners or service providers, and a number of offices were reduced to one centrally located office in Peterborough. Yeah, just had a message come in. I thought it might be related to that. It wasn't, but good morning, Ken, and thanks for the reminder. I'll get to that in a second. Regular viewers will know that I've had a particular gripe about the time it takes to bring an accident, or more specifically a fatality to trial. And while it doesn't make me feel any better about the situation, the publication of a new set of statistics at least explains why this is the case. According to the Criminal Court Statistics Report, there was a backlog of more than 53,000 cases in Crown Courts for the period, or the quarter actually, period ending in November last year. And that represents a rise of 36% on the previous quarter, which is staggering, although perhaps not surprising given the COVID situation. That situation is even worse at magistrates court level, where there is almost 480,000 cases outstanding in the same period. We used to say the law is an ass, but I'm starting to wonder if the law is actually a sloth. Now this. Now, calling all demolition contractors in the south of England, those fine folks at market intelligence provider, the Builders Conference, have alerted us to yet another hot prospect, this time in the village of Chalfont St Peters, which sounds like it belongs in an Agatha Christie mystery. A new sheltered accommodation project is currently out to tender, and it will require the demolition of an existing building in the village high street, number 2 to 4 in the high street, actually. The client is Renaissance Retirement, and Hackwood Homes is thought to be in the running for the construction portion, but the demolition is up for grabs. You can find more project leads just like this one over at buildersconference.co.uk. Strongly recommend that you do. They are our reliable source of project and tender leads. Now, just before I came on air, and I'm going to have to refer to my phone here, and I do apologise. Just before I came on air, on LinkedIn, those good folks, Jonathan Williams down at J2R Demolition has announced that they are on the recruitment hunt. J2R Demolition seeking, what are they seeking? Site supervisors, experienced plant operators, experienced demolition operatives, and labourers to join their J2R team. Ideally South Wales based, and currently working in the demolition industry. You can find out more, or you can send your CV actually to info@j2rdemolition.co.uk, or if you're on LinkedIn, you can hop on over there and see what that's all about. As I say, it's Jonathan Williams at J2R. What else have we got for today? Yeah, just one final point before we wrap up this Dog and Pony show for the day. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to all those that watched last night's premiere of our interview with incoming NFDC President William Crooks. We had more than 3,000 people watching that, which is great to see, and obviously bodes well for his presidency, which is scheduled to start on, I think it's Friday this week. So if I don't speak to you before, William, very best of luck with that, well deserved. We will be hoping for similar viewing figures on Thursday night when the Construction Collective gathers once again to turn the spotlight, this time onto the subject of technology. We really hope you can join us for that one. It promises to be a very interesting and a very informative and thought-provoking show. As our friend Ken Hatcher has just reminded me, today marks the first anniversary of the UK's first national lockdown. In truth, I'd already been self-isolating for about a week this time, having just escaped Las Vegas in the nick of time this time last year. But to mark the first anniversary, I will be holding toilet rolls for the remainder of the day. So if you need me, I'll be at the local supermarket holding the Kleenex. I am scheduled to be on a virtual press conference at 10 a.m. tomorrow, so I am planning to bring you tomorrow's show at the slightly earlier time of 9:30 a.m. If you're not around to watch it live, don't worry, the recorded version will be here waiting for you when you arrive. I think that will probably do us for today. So have a great day. I'll hopefully see you just a little earlier tomorrow. Same time, same place. Facebook first, and then YouTube and Instagram TV a bit later on. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.